I'm super excited. I also have a headache, but I'm also super excited. I'll survive. I'll survive. I have a headache from all this stuff in my brain. It's bursting at the seams. It's week 1, Evan. The the Chiefs are bad. Jalen Carter spit on people. Also, the YouTube is playing back. Okay, there we go. So yes, I'm excited for week 1. Uh we've got some interesting matchups. We've got some interesting guys making their career debuts. A lot of guys that we talked about all offseason. Travion Henderson and Ashton Genty and Tedero McMillan and Travis Hunter and Emeka Buka and just all these guys. RJ Harvey, so many guys that were going in the top 30 at their position that we get to see our first crack at them this week. Unfortunate for Cam Ward, he's starting against the Broncos, but other than that, a lot of rookies with some nice landing spots in week 1. Oh no, I sound great. Apparently Evan is trying to figure out his audio right now. So it's week 1 for us also. Luckily, neither Evan nor I spit on each other, so we should both be here all episode. So I'm going to start off with the inactives and the big one. Everybody, we had puckered anuses, we had gnashing of teeth, we had rending of fingers or of hands. What do you do? Rend? I don't know. Ring. That's what you do. Ringing of hands about Christian McCaffrey. Popped up on the injury report, I believe, on Thursday with a calf injury. Oh, everybody panic. It's a calf injury just like last season. Well, he's good to go. I think it was a rest day and Kyle Shanahan doing trolling. I think it was 2 rest days, actually, because if it's me and my entire offense runs around one guy, I'm going to get him a couple days rest before the season starts, and I can't rest him at all. So he's good to go this afternoon against what's actually a bad rushing matchup, but should be all right. Actually, no, I take that back. It's a neutral rushing matchup. But inactives, nothing too shocking. Actually, a couple. There's one thing that's somewhat impactful for my priors, so I very much believe in it. But running down the inactives for like fantasy relevant guys, we've got New York. Jameis Winston is inactive, which is interesting because it means he's the QB3, at least for right now. Of course, Russell Wilson starting. Jackson Dart seems to be the heir apparent there. Shador Sanders is inactive on game day, so he's clearly the number 3 behind Dylan Gabriel and Joe Flacco. At wide receiver, we've got Chris Godwin. Not a surprise. His foot was pointed the wrong direction last year, and it's a formality that he's not on the IR or the PUP because he can't play, but they want him to practice. So he's looking to be back in about a month. Efton Chisholm, just a rookie that got a little bit of hype. Interesting that he's inactive in week 1. That's at New England. Alan Lazard for the Jets, meaning that their passing game is Garrett Wilson and Josh Reynolds, Mason Taylor. A lot of people hyped Mason Taylor. I see him more as a project tight end, so I'm interested to see what he does in his first career game. At running back, Tyler Goodson for the Colts is inactive, which means we might see some DJ Giddens today, which is interesting. Raheem Mostert inactive for the Raiders, which means it's wheels up on Ashton Genty. And then Chris Rodriguez for the Washington Commanders. They traded Brian Robinson to the 49ers, which gave Bill Krosky-Merritt all the helium in the entire universe to just fly up draft boards. I was getting him in the literal 20th round in best balls before that happened. So Chris Rodriguez being inactive today is very interesting because a lot of folks wanted to poo-poo the Bill Krosky-Merritt of it all because Chris Rodriguez was on the roster. Well, he's not going to be playing today, which means it's going to be Jeremy McNichols, Austin Eckler, and Ja'Cory Bill Krosky-Merritt. Which means it's wheels up for JCM, for me at least. I think Eckler's going to get a good number of touches, but if they want to preserve him and use him right, I do see him and Deebo Samuel kind of being that half running back, half wide receiver role. And then Darren Waller, this isn't surprising because they announced it earlier this week. He will not be playing today. He will be inactive. Tony, what's up? Tony says, welcome back, full PPR, pick 2. I pick 1 and 2. And then for the Giants, an interesting thing is that it looks like my screen has frozen with me rubbing my eye. Very interesting. offensive line, both Evan Neal and Andrew Thomas aren't playing today. So Evan is working on his sound right now. Evan, did you get that sorted out, bud?
Can you hear me? Oh, hold on. I think I have sound.
Okay. Evan has sound, but I think it's Evan, say again. Do you have sound?
Uh, oh, I do. I do.
Okay,
Okay.
perfect. Sounds good. I couldn't tell if that was through the YouTube because you said that as I
No,
clicked unmute.
to make it,
And
I
so I was
had to.
like, oh man, I can't listen to myself all episode long
The fix was
on
I
a
had to
like
mute
10
myself
second
on.
delay.
The fix was I had to mute myself on Discord, but then I forgot to
Ah,
unmute myself, and it still works.
gotcha.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So let's start. We've got a question from Tony. Tony, listen to TH Fantasy. Um, he's got pick 2 full PPR. Tyrone Tracy versus Washington. Big Bill Krosky Merritt versus the Giants. Nick Chubb versus the Rams, and RJ Harvey versus Tennessee. Not RG Harvey. Who is that? I'm going. I'm gonna go Tracy versus Washington, and in a. Oof, I'm trying to figure out if if I truly believe in Big Bill right off the rip versus the Giants versus Nick Chubb, who I think is kind of washed and is going to get a bunch of touches, and RJ Harvey, who got a lot of helium, but that was seemed to all be the fantasy community because he had, by all accounts, a terrible camp. Um, so let's see. Let's go to my bad rushing matchups chart. Looks like the Texans have a bad rushing matchup. I'm sorry, the Texans are a bad rushing matchup. They have a good rushing matchup with the Rams. So I will go with Tyrone Tracy, and then let's go Nick Chubb off on the side. I do want to see what Big Bill does before I start just like firing him up everywhere. I'm a big Krosky Merritt fan, but he is still the literally last pick in the draft. Or I'm sorry, the last running back in the draft. So we'll see how that goes off the rip. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Tracy and Nick Chubb. Hoping Nick Chubb falls in the end zone because the other running backs there are terrible, and Big Bill is contending with Austin Eckler, and it's his literal first career game. But at the same time, Nick Chubb probably washed.
Yeah, Nick Chubb did not look good in the preseason. He looked, what's it called, bad, and but he got a bunch of volume. So, yeah,
Yeah,
you have a high floor there and a capped ceiling, and maybe he falls in the end zone, as Jeff said.
yeah. So we've got Untame, Tyler Warren or Tucker Craft. This is a family show, so we won't say what we call him on the podcast, but it rhymes with Tucker. All right, so I'm gonna go Tucker Craft there. He has a more solid role from last year. The offensive weaponry there is a disaster. Like, yes, you've got Matthew Golden, first round pick, but he's a number 2 receiver. They have a room full of number 2s and number 3s. I don't believe in it. Plus, you've got this is a bad passing matchup last year. By an EPA per play metric last year, the Lions were the 3rd best pass defense, and that was including when they fell apart at the end of last year. So I'm going to stay away from the wide receivers in that game, and it's probably going to be a lot of dump offs to Tyler Craft. And then for Tucker Craft. For Tyler Warren, I just want to see it first. That's going to be a low volume pass offense, whether it's Daniel Jones or Anthony Richardson. And there are a lot of guys ahead of him in the pecking order. Like, I understand he was a first round pick, but Michael Pittman's a quality receiver. Josh Downs is a quality receiver. Jonathan Taylor doesn't do it so much, but he's a good pass catcher out of the backfield. So I really want to see. I want to see it from Tyler Warren before I do anything. We've gotten really excited about rookie tight ends because we've had 2 break the curse in the last 2 seasons with Brock Bowers and Sam Laporta, but I'm wary about just starting rookie tight ends week 1. It's not something that I'm super excited to do. All right, Evan, I forgot you run the chat, so what else do we have?
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, you'll just be sitting here.
Sean Vessler, welcome to the chat. Colson Loveland or Dalton Kincaid? He says, I assume it's a he. If not, I apologize. Standard league. Oh, nice job adjusting your. There we go.
My camera.
Standard
Yeah.
league. So I assume that's 0 PPR.
Yeah, standard league would be 0 PPR. So I'm gonna take back everything I just said because if Dalton Kincaid has no haters, I am dead. So I'll start Colston Loveland. In this week, I truly do not believe in Dalton Kincaid. I haven't believed in Dalton Kincaid since he came out, and so far I've been right. I'm not gonna go back on that now when I'm a huge believer in Colston Loveland, despite the rookie tight end curse.
Fabulous. Thanks for the question. If you got more, ask away. A Griff Zero, welcome to the chat. Says half PPR,
Howdy, howdy.
Dobbins or Sticky Ricky Pearsall. They say you were split
Ooh,
yesterday in the Discord. Curious if anything changed with the CMC news. You guys rock. Thank you.
well, thank you. In half PPR, I'm gonna go with as you call him, Sticky Ricky. I call him Yak Miller. He really wowed me in the preseason with Brock Purdy against the Raiders. That first team was humming, and it was all because of Ricky Pearsall. Granted, the Seahawks are a much better pass defense than the Raiders, so I will give you that. But Dobbins going up against the Titans, I have a feeling, you're really counting on a bunch of garbage time from J.K. Dobbins. Plus, I poo-pooed R.J. Harvey. He is still a factor there. I think the 49ers are going to ease Juwan Jennings back in. So I think it's going to be a big Ricky Pearsall game. And I think that it's going to bode good things to come for Ricky Pearsall this season.
Great. I also like starting the guy who we're excited about. I'm excited about Ricky Pearsall. I am not at all excited about J.K. Dobbins, and so I want to roll that excitement into field goods. Or
if you think about like why you drafted these players, like J.K. Dobbins was like roster glue, right? Yeah. He's like, oh, I'll take this guy. You take this guy. He has a good floor. Should get a lot of opportunities versus Ricky Pearsall. Everybody was like flipping out to draft him because he the first round pick last year got shot, didn't really have a chance to do much last season because of it. Finished the year strong, and then had a good strong preseason showing in his limited snaps with Brock Purdy.
I have a question for you while we wait for more questions. Give us questions. We want questions. The 49ers drafted Ricky Pearsall. Mm-hmm. And in this offseason, they signed Brian Robinson Jr. Mm-hmm. Is it just their mission to get everyone who's been shot?
Well, yeah, they the 49ers, as you know, if you've listened to Fox News or ONN or OAN or all of that, San Francisco hellhole. What they need is guys who have already been shot, so they know how to handle it. Because that's the market inefficiency. Of course, I'm joking for two reasons. One, San Francisco not a hellhole. Two, the 49ers don't even play at San Francisco. They play in the middle of a bunch of office parks down in Santa Clara, California, across the street from Cisco Systems.
How many teams play in their actual home city?
I know the Cowboys don't. I know the Giants and Jets don't even play in New York.
Yeah.
The Seahawks do because they play down by the water. They're like downtown.
They actually
Chargers.
They actually do not.
Wait, I thought that's where the Clink was.
They're in Federal Way.
What is Federal Way?
It's halfway between Tacoma and Seattle.
Oh, am I thinking of the old stadium then?
Yeah, you're thinking of the Clink. Now we have Reliant Stadium or something.
No, the Clink and Reliant Stadium are the same.
Oh,
I must be thinking of the old...
It's definitely not Seattle. It might be called Seattle, but it's definitely in a city called Federal Way.
Located within a mile of downtown Seattle.
I don't know. I drive by a lot. Let's see. Let's look it up.
Lumen Field is because I remember the one time I went to Seattle, I was like, oh, that's where the Seahawks play, and it was like downtown or like right by downtown. Dang, do I know Seattle better than Evan? Let's find out. Well, Evan's looking that up. I did not forget. Huh?
I'm not surprised. I don't go out of my town very often. I don't live near Seattle enough.
Okay. I was gonna say, Tony says, "Who are just bring the boom players of the week?" And guess what? I didn't forget. I remember those from last year. My bring the boom players of the week. We've got only one rookie on this. But two guys in the same game. I've got Trevor Lawrence, who is my number 7 quarterback pre-draft. He gets an amazing first start going up against the Panthers. Last year, the Panthers were last in QB pressure rate, third in sack rate, and they were first in passing touchdowns allowed, second in time to throw allowed, second in passing yards per play, second in EPA per pass attempt last year. Trevor Lawrence is going to buzzsaw through the Panthers. On the other side, guess who else is going to buzzsaw? Teteroya McMillan. The Jags were first in passing yards per play, fifth in passing touchdowns, first in EPA per pass attempt, first in time to throw, and 30th in sack rate. So you've got two defense optional teams going up against each other with the Jags and the Panthers, and two teams that were bad last year because their defenses were terrible. So I got Trevor Lawrence, Teteroya McMillan at the quarterback and wide receiver. Tony, this name will be familiar to you. James Conner, who is on the TH Fantasy DFS lineup this week. The Saints are, I am attacking them constantly, forever, all season long. There's nothing they can do to prove me that they're not terrible. And I am not going to go say, oh, Trey McBride's going to have a good game. Or Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to have a good game because Drew Petzing's an idiot. So I went with James Conner. James Conner going up against the Saints today. They were 7th in rushing touchdowns last year, 2nd in rushing yards per game, 2nd in yards per carry. They were 3rd in EPA per rush, 10th in rushing yards over expectation per attempt, and 4th in yards before contact per attempt. So they were getting blown off the line of scrimmage. The only number that I was looking at that they weren't top 8 in was 10-yard rushes, and they were 10th. That's not even James Conner's game. James Conner is not a super explosive back. He's a guy with good vision. He can press the holes very hard, and he has great contact balance. So he's he's not I'm going to rip off a 30-yard rush. If he's going to rip off a 30-yard rush, it's going to be on his own 20, and he's going to get caught from behind at the 50. And then, of course, David Njoku against the Bengals. He was my number 4 tight end pre-draft. He gets a soft landing spot as well. Bengals were first in fantasy points allowed to tight ends last year, 2nd in receiving yards, number 1 in reception, and 2nd in touchdowns. The Browns also only have really one other passing option in Jerry Jeudy. I guess Dylan Sampson, if you believe in him. And then Quinshon Judkins was not a scratch, but I don't think he really plays. If he does play, I hope he gets Deshaun Watson. But that's where we are with those guys. My bring the boom players of the week: Trevor Lawrence, Teteroya McMillan, James Conner, David Njoku. I hate Teteroya McMillan coming out and saying that he hates the Tet nickname because that's how I punted on learning how to say his name. So now I struggle with it. Tony also asking about Chris Rodriguez being a scratch. How much faith do we have in Bill?
That's not Tony. That's the new voice.
Oh, that's Fatty McFats.
Farsball, the Moo. Welcome, Moo.
Sorry, I thought Evan was going to keep talking and I could take a sip of water. How much faith do we have in Bill? I was saying earlier in the broadcast that I would very much like to see it. I would say that given where you drafted Bill, and given that I'm a little bit hesitant, and the Giants do have a very, very strong front line, they might have the best defensive line in football this year. I am waiting to see. I'm waiting to see. I want to get excited about Bill. He was my guy pre-draft. He was the only guy. I was the only person. I don't want to toot my own horn, but screw it, I will. He's the only guy I saw talking about Bill Krosky-Merritt until May. He's very good. He is a banger. There's a lot of, he didn't catch passes. He is a good pass catcher. I do think that he's going to work his way in a little bit more, start to take things from Austin Eckler. He was the best pass blocker in the draft that I saw, the best blitz protector that I saw. And a lot of times he actually ran. I saw a few times he ran as the lead blocker for a rushing quarterback, which is one of the reasons why I think the Commanders drafted him, because he can do that for Jaden Daniels. So I think that's my my official take on Bill. If you want to throw him in a flex, hell yeah, dude, more power to you. I'm not going to argue with you. Personally, given where you took him, you can probably wait and see. This isn't the week to get cute or over your skis or play your hunches. This is the week to start your guys.
Right. And Casey Martinez, who ran an amazing two quarterback auction draft. Everyone showed up. Everyone had a good time. Nice job. He wants to know Chubb versus Swift.
Um, man, Chubb versus Swift. The Vikings are what shocked me is the Vikings were the best team in EPA per rush last year, in terms of like stopping the defense. So that wasn't something that I expected to see. But at the same time, I do feel like a big part of
No, no.
what Ben Johnson can do is the run game. Like people love to talk about how he's going to fix Caleb Williams, but I was more impressed by the run game in Detroit than the passing game. Like, I'm sorry, the passing game was a lot of, oh, you have Jameson Williams, Sam Laporta, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Cool dude. He gets a lot of pub for that, for the stumble bum and stuff like that. But I did like what he did with the run game. And at the same time, man, I don't know. I feel like Nick Chubb is there's a huge washed factor with Nick Chubb, and I could be wrong, but in this case, I'm gonna go with the guy that I don't think is washed. I don't think he has good vision, but I don't think he's washed, and I'll go with DeAndre Swift.
If you are coasting to a win and you need a floor, would you still go with Swift?
Mm. Well, that'd be a hard decision to make because don't the Rams play? Oh, they play at 125 today. Um,
That's fair.
If I just need a floor, I guess I could go Chubb. Like if I'm just like cruising after the 10 a.m. games, sure. That's a decision you can make in 3 hours. Like I would
Awesome.
say Swift has a 20-point game in his range of outcomes. Chubb, I would be very surprised if that happens. Swift also has a like 3-point game in his range of outcomes. So Chubb, I would be surprised if that happens.
Awesome. And the move says Jeff's input is always a joy. Thank you. Well, I guess I
Thank
should
you,
say
bud.
thank you.
Yeah, don't you steal my thank you.
My bad. Let me see. Have you done your ESPN Eliminator pick yet?
Oh no, I haven't. I was in the woods when you posted that yesterday. I got to do that. Thank
I'm gonna
you.
repost it too, and I'll vamp for you if you want to do that right now.
Yeah, I
We
got to
got
hop
an
in the Discord to
ESPN
get the link.
Eliminator challenge. I'm gonna post it in the chat and several other places. It's free, and the winner, I'll make you some sauce. Either I make homemade barbecue sauce, or if you like it spicy, I'm fermenting some ghost peppers in peach syrup right now. That's gonna be good. So we'll talk if you win. Here it is. Here. Thank you for
I'm
creating
trying
the
to.
link. And I should probably post it over here. And if you're not part of our Discord, come to the Football Absurdity Discord. We love talking ball all night long. Here we go.
If you want to hear propaganda about Bill Krosky Merritt and Travis Hunter, that is the Discord for you.
Yes. If you also want to be chill and not have bros say, you like Philly, you suck, and then not get banned, that's the place for you too.
Yeah, we very much. What's funny is you think about like people love to talk about how something awful was like the Wild West. Sports Argument Stadium and the Football Funhouse were like there were no bullshit zones.
Right.
Like you couldn't be like no, remember there was like no like derogatory nicknames allowed. Like there were auto bans.
Yep, we modeled a lot of our social media presence based on things we learned there.
Yeah. Um and as so far in terms of like football absurdity versus something awful, all the founders are still alive. And we have not spun off anything that has destroyed society like 4chan. So far so good.
We're all on our first wives.
Yeah, right. But I need everybody to. There's gonna be a link in the chat. Go buy my mangosteen. All right.
If you
Who
use
am I gonna go here?
NordVPN, you can bypass
Yeah.
the what's the thing that they just repealed? The what's it called? Dang it, I had a joke and I just dropped it. The thing where they tax stuff that's under $600 now coming in imports.
It's I don't remember what it's
Oh
called.
God, I had it.
I don't know. I'm going chalk. I'm going chalk today. Survivor. I'm making my life easy.
Going with the Saints, huh?
Yeah, right. Going with the Saints. How do I submit this? Oh, any change will autosave. Okay, perfect. All right, going with the Cardinals today. I think the Saints are going to be one of the worst teams we've ever seen. I'm very curious to see who actually ends up losing to the Saints this year because it's very difficult to go winless on a season.
That is true. Uh, I
Let's see. I'm gonna look. Let's look at the Saints schedule. Let's see. So, tell me when you see a Saints win here. And don't you dare say week 2. If anybody says week 2, we're
de
banning.
minimis tariffs. That's what I was trying to do.
Yes, de
Use
minimis. Yes.
NordVPN. You can bypass your de minimis tariffs on your mangosteen order.
Okay, so I'm gonna go down the Saints schedule, and I need to know when we hear a loss.
Okay.
Or a win. I'm sorry. And if anybody says week 2, Evan, I'm gonna have you ban them from the chat. Okay. Week 1, Arizona.
Nope.
Week 2, San Francisco.
Nope.
Week 3, at Seattle.
Nope.
Week 4, at Buffalo.
No.
Week 5 versus the Giants. Maybe. Week 6 versus New England. Doubt it.
Yeah.
Week 7 at Chicago.
No.
Week 8 versus Tampa Bay.
I'll give them. They'll get one in the division.
They'll get one. So you'll okay. So we're at 1.5 wins.
Yeah.
So we're at Tampa Bay and maybe against New York. Week 9 at Los Angeles Rams, at LA Rams. No. Week 10 at Carolina. Maybe. I doubt it. Week 12 versus the Falcons.
Yeah.
Here we go. Week 13 at Miami, aka the last game that Mike McDaniel ever coaches for the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Week 14 Tampa Bay, week 15 Carolina. Oh, week 16 the Jets. That's a maybe. Week 17 the Titans. That's a maybe.
So 4.5.
4.5. Okay, yeah. So okay. But actually what's funny is they have a pretty Huh?
That's what the desert says too.
4.5?
Yep.
Bang. Can I take the line and then say, but I get wiggle room, one on either side?
They don't have a single starter at quarterback that's won an NFL
game. Is that good?
My goodness, they don't care.
They also have one of their starters is Spencer Rattler, and the other one was literally Justin Herbert's backup at Oregon, and he's a rookie.
Their football plan is to sell a lot of Arch Manning jerseys to boomers.
Sell a lot of what?
Arch
You cut out.
Manning jerseys to boomers. Boomers how did money. They forgot football after Archie Manning left. It's a simple formula, really.
It is a simple formula. I have to say, we went to the Saints home games, bangers. Yeah. Oh, Arch Manning didn't suck yesterday. Good for him.
Against
San Jose State.
San Jose State Vocational School and Auto Repair.
Hey, whoa! It's a real college, okay? It's a real college. As somebody who used to drive past Spartan Stadium all the time, it's a real college.
I found it weird to give the first start to the kid who's got all the pressure on him against against the returning national champions at their stadium. I'm like, huh.
Well, they had the wouldn't it be cool factor. Like, imagine what would happen if he just carved through Ohio State.
And then he scored 0 points in the first 3.5 quarters.
Yep. Ooh, OJ's got an interesting question. Not a start sit. Who's your favorite high upside receiver for a very deep league where I need to replace Worthy? Well, he's not going to do well today because the Denver Broncos have one of the best, if not the best, pass defenses in the league. But I'm a huge Alec Ayomanor fan. I had him graded as a second round pick before the draft. So did Mike. So did Walker on the on the podcast. So we were big Alec Ayomanor fans. And I believe he's rostered in less than 10% of leagues. So that's an option for you. Let me look at. I'm just gonna pull up a random Yahoo league that I have to see what the roster rates are. See who we might be able to find some sub 10% roster guys for you. So let me pull up all players, wide receivers. Let's see what we got. Sub 10% roster rates. Because like Alec Ayomanor, he could have a very big rookie season as Cam Ward's number 2 receiver. Let's see. Sub 10%. Kyle Williams is a big one for some folks, not for me so much. Isaac Tesla, same thing. I mean, QJ had 2 touchdowns, but whatever. QJ was still QJ. Yeah, Alec Iomanor, 5% rostered. He's probably your best bet. Maybe Torrey Horton, if you believe in Sam Darnold. Pat Bryant is a guy that's been getting a lot of buzz. He's 3% rostered in Denver. They traded Devon Vele, kind of clearing the runway for Pat Bryant to have a good role. Walker is a big believer in Jalen Knoll. I'm not a huge believer, but I'll defer to Walker on this one. And I'm desperately trying to get to the room so that I can mute my mic so I can cough. So if I sound weird, just give me 1 sec. And I'm in the room. And okay, we're back.
I also have cough button capabilities in a pinch.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was dying. So yeah, in order, I would go Iomanor, Pat Bryant, Torrey Horton, Jalen Knoll as guys who have a lot of upside. If Xavier Worthy is out for a long time, he has a dislocated shoulder. It looks like it's going to be the Hollywood Brown show until Rashee Rice comes back. So that could be a half season option for you. He had 16 targets on Thursday or on Friday, which is out of control. That's insane. Like that's like 4 games worth of targets for Hollywood Brown in most circumstances.
I also want to add Isaac Tesla had a really good preseason in all the plays I watched.
Yeah, Isaac Tesla did have a good preseason. I just wonder where he fits in.
Tesla?
Like Tesla, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
No. Yeah, like coleslaw.
Got it.
Like coleslaw, not the car that blows up.
Gotcha. Good.
Yeah.
I like food.
Evan's like, I know food.
Yeah.
So I'm not as big a believer as Isaac Tesla, but I could be wrong. So if you wanted to, if you go in your gut with Tesla, my worry about Tesla was I think he got a little overdrafted. We saw this last year with Sione Vaki, not Taki, Sione Vaki, where the Lions are just going to get their guy, and because Vaki was a 4th round pick last year, which like he's a special teamer essentially. And then you look at that offense, it's like where are the targets for Tesla happening? Because it's like Jahmyr Gibbs gets targets. Amon-Ra St. Brown's one of the most targeted receivers in the league. Jameson Williams is going to have a breakout. Sam Laporta should bounce back. So yeah. So my only concern is like, I mean, the Lions offense is good, but I don't see them like prioritizing Isaac Tesla. I think that he's there to be a Tim Patrick replacement because he blocks his ass off.
That makes sense. All right.
Yeah.
There are too many. There are a lot of weapons there.
There are a lot of weapons, yeah. But if you look at those other guys I talked about, like Iomanor, like, oh, he only has to beat out like washed Tyler Lockett. And who else is there that's washed? Other washed guys. And like Jalen Knoll, like Christian Kirk isn't playing. So he could be the number 2 receiver behind Nico Collins. And like Dalton Schultz isn't going to stop him. Nick Chubb isn't going to garner targets. Woody Marks is a possibility to get targets there, but that's deeper. Torrey Horton, it's like he's their only deep guy. They cut MVS. Like if they need to go downfield, it's going to be Torrey Horton. That's their move. So those are much more opportunity laden teams for those other rookies compared to Isaac Coleslaw.
That is fabulous. Sorry, I'm doing 8 things right now.
You're good. Do 9. I need you to talk as well. I need you to vamp.
Okay. So I am excited. I do have to miss the games this morning though because my kids have a pickleball lesson followed by swimming. And it's
pickleball lesson?
It's really cool because their coach was the starting running back for Notre Dame in 1980, 81, and 82. And he's a really cool guy, and I like him a lot.
1980 when? He cut out.
80, 81, and 82. 3 seasons he was the starting running back. Like when they were
number 1
last. Yeah, and he's so cool. And so
Is there a pickleball coach Rudy?
No.
Oh, that would be cool. Carter. It's Sean. They go there and Sean Astin shows up.
Maybe that would be.
He's like, "Hey guys,
but so
I have to do this. I have to do this because they killed me off in Stranger Things before it got huge. So I'm not getting a payday."
I also have to get my password for this secret project.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Evans Evan is good huge news. Evan has been promoted to the director of national intelligence because we're just letting anybody do stuff these days.
Yeah,
So
I work with Ice.
congratulations to
Yeah, I
Evan.
work with Ice Cube. Coach
He's
K.
replacing Tulsi Gabbard.
Oh God. Um, yeah, you know what the big secret project is. Uh, I've told you about it, and so we're working on it. Uh, I have to make
Yes,
sure.
you're the field commander for ICE in Washington.
Goodness gracious, that I I think about a lot about what jobs I'm gonna have to do when I die and go to hell. And I figured out my day job is going to be school bus driver, and
Oh yeah.
my night job is going to be script supervisor for Law and Order Special Victims Unit.
Uh you mean like when you get addicted to when you play too many scratchy lotteries?
What?
That is a that is a John Mulaney joke about Law and Order SVU.
Ah,
If you haven't heard, it's very funny. It's about how Ice Cube, Ice T, Ice Cube's in the bad movie. Ice T, every time they come across a weirdo, he's like taken aback, like it's his first day on the force, and they have to like explain it to him. Like the riff on that one was like a sex addict, and he's like, when people bet too much on the ponies, or play too many scratchy lotteries.
wow. Yeah, having to do that and also get inside the heads of those criminals. That's my day job in hell. That's my night job.
I mean, honestly, so my wife is a big like crime show fan, not true crime. She's the last true uh like crime show sicko. Um, they've really started phoning it in, like really started phoning it in.
That
So you don't have to think that hard.
that makes sense. I just don't want to like think about it at all. You know, I work with children, so like, so I like
It's like
stopping
to
those
be
people.
to be honest with you, there's not a lot of children.
Okay, good. I've never once
Yeah.
watched an episode or even had a thought of wanting to watch an episode.
Oh man, my wife loves those type of shows. I call
My
them her
wife would
mfirst
probably love it.
shows.
She's got a lot on her plate though, but in terms of
Yeah,
media consumption.
yeah. Ooh, if you've got a first responder or Leo procedural show, oh man, my wife's right there. 911, Station 19, uh, all the Chicago's, Med, Fire, PD. She's right there. She just watched all 20 million seasons of Law and Order SVU.
There's a lot.
Yeah. So, all right, what else we got? This is a week where there's not a lot of decisions to be made, and if you have a borderline decision, I'm telling you basically to go with the guy you took first, more or less. Because like Bill, I think the two big questions we got were Bill and Chubb, right? Those were the two guys that we were
Yeah.
asked the most about, I would say. Excuse me. And that's how bored I am with those questions. No. I think those were the two that we got, and like I kind of feel like they're both wait and sees. Like I truly, earnestly, 100% of the belief that Nick Chubb is washed. I could be wrong. I want to see what he looks like in a real game this far uh, afield from his second catastrophic leg injury before I put him out there. So I'm preaching caution there. And Krosky Merritt, he's wowed everybody. Chris Rodriguez is a healthy scratch, but I still want to see it first.
I watched a Detroit Lions preseason game with the Detroit home announcers, and it was like we were watching two different games when it came to Nick Chubb.
Oh,
Like
really?
Nick Chubb would plod 3 yards and get tackled with the first guy, and they'd be like, "Nick Chubb shows he still has it with that breakthrough speed," and I'm like, none of that happened. Like literally,
Yeah,
none of that happened,
yeah,
man. So yeah, he looked really, really, really dead in the water.
yeah.
So
That was yeah. He's he was looking washed before he blew up his leg for the second time.
but
We've
then
got
again,
Mike
like
Valverde. Hold
mix
on, we've
in.
got Mike Valverde, MVP, VIP, in the chat. Podcast co-host extraordinaire asking Bo Nix or Kyler Murray. I think this is a great question. I also think that whew, I think that Mike plays in like all dynasty leagues, so that's why he has that decision to make. That's honestly an angle I haven't thought about because they're in like the same group for me. So I think I'm gonna ride with the Saints are gonna be the worst team in the history of the universe and go with Kyler.
Huh?
Huge touchdown regression for my boy Trey McBride inbound as well.
Huh? You don't? You think New Orleans secondary is not the worst though, whereas Tennessee's is kind of woof.
You're kind of woof.
There, I am.
You know what? You're right. Bo Nix. The correct answer is Trevor Lawrence.
Yay! I said something football-y. It turned out to
I
be.
said something football-y.
It's going to be horribly, horribly wrong now.
Yeah, we'll go. We'll not overthink this. Go Bo Nix. Go Bo Nix, Mike.
Did you
Don't
read the
overthink this.
description of the broadcast?
No, I did
It
not.
says Jeff
Has a couple.
it says Jeff Krisko has all your starts and answers, and Evan Hoovler has a couple of answers too.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Don't overthink this. I was overthinking it. Go Bo Nix. Oh
I just
man.
like that matchup, Tennessee. I also think New Orleans could just not show up and just Arizona just runs it 100 times.
That's entirely possible. Oh, I think Sleeper has. Oh, there we go. No, as Sleeper pooped. Oh, okay, there we go. Sleeper initially pooped the bed, but not quite. Great news. I'm projected to score the most points in this league by a wide margin, and it is checked notes the golf league.
Oh no.
Guess who started? Quentin Johnston, my most hated rival in the entire universe.
I started Keenan Allen, so I was looking great until I wasn't.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, Golf League is. Ooh, we have a question. We'll get to that question in a second. Golf League is you try to get the lowest score, but if your player scores 0, the commissioner changes it to a 20. Griffin B, welcome to the chat. Sutton, DJ Moore, or Egbuka in standard scoring, so that's 0 points per reception. Sutton, DJ Moore, or Egbuka?
I think so much of Sutton and DJ Moore's value comes in PPR because they're going to get peppered with targets. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I don't know what's going on with my throat today. Related, 2 people at work were out with COVID last week, so maybe that's what's happening. I certainly hope not. But so much of both DJ Moore and Cortland Sutton's value is their like volume. They get so much volume that I'm gonna run the rook out there. Give me a Emeka Egbuka against the Falcons. Let's go.
Yeah, I think they're all decent plays. I also want to get my Egbuka on.
Yeah.
He gets separation. I watch every play because I'm an Ohio State fan. He gets separation, and that's what Baker Mayfield needs. It's a simple formula.
Yeah.
Whereas DJ Moore is on Chicago, and I don't know. And Cortland Sutton, yeah, like you said, like is Denver going to score, or are they just going to target Cortland Sutton 17 times for 80 yards? You know?
Yeah, I feel like so much of like the DJ Moore and Cortland Sutton like thesis is their volume. It's not that they have like these huge plays that they do all the time. It's that they get so much volume. So I'll go Ibuka in that one, but it is kind of splitting hairs. Oh no, AK, no. Hey AK, there's always week 2. No questions. Pray for AK as Dak, AJB, and we're the owner.
AJB always starts slow.
Yeah. Well, AJB, I said it in the Discord. Every wide receiver has like 4 or 5 games where there's just like total poop from a butt, just absolute doo-doo. And AJB just had his in week 1, one of his in week 1. So everybody's panicking.
What I realize is I'm conflating wide receivers not getting injured as often as running backs with wide receivers having a higher floor than running backs.
Yeah.
And those two are not the same thing. I've been doing that all week where I'm like, no, that's not. You didn't draft this guy because he's going to get you 10 catches every game. You drafted him because he's going to be there and possibly do that.
Yeah. There is a lot more variance in wide receiver games.
Yeah. So if you're like me, watch that. I've had to catch myself several times. Like, you're doing it again. That's not how statistics work, man. That's how health works. Not statistics.
Yeah. All right. AK does have a question though. May versus the Raiders or Tua at the Colts? Drake May. Evan, do you concur?
Um, I'm
Drake.
I'm sorry. I'm pulling up fantasy football, no, fantasy pros rankings, and I'm looking for Tua, and I'm scrolling and I'm scrolling and I'm scrolling. Oh, there he is. Yeah, Drake May. Goodness gracious.
Yeah,
Because I was like,
Drake
did I
May.
miss
Yeah.
something, or is Tua good now? Like what?
No, it's yeah, and AK saying AJ Brown will finish with 17 receptions, 136 yards and 0 touchdowns. That's the pace that he's on. And Javonte Williams is going to score 34 touchdowns. You heard it here first, folks.
I'm sorry. I'm good.
Ooh, you know what I haven't checked. Let me see what games I will be subjected to today. Let me check my 506 Sports.
Oh God.
Let's see what I got. All righty. So I am in Northern California. People from like Butte and Red Bluff will tell me I'm in Central California, but they are wrong. CBS early, Vegas at New England. Okay. Carryover from that's carryover from the Vegas Raiders being the Oakland Raiders. CBS late, a game I will not be watching. Ooh, Detroit at Green Bay. That's probably gonna get second screened, honestly. Fox single, Niners. I saw a TikTok where a guy was like, if you watch Red Zone, you're a freaking cornball. You need to enjoy watching the whole game. Like, I'm sorry. There are entire swaths of this country that the only game they get to watch is like Arizona at New Orleans. Like, no, thank you. I would not like to watch that, please. Or Tennessee at Denver. The whole Midwest, basically, except for North Dakota. I'm sorry. Yeah, North Dakota, parts of South Dakota. We'll be stuck watching Denver beating the snot out of Tennessee. I'm sorry if I would like to watch the much more interesting Cincy at Cleveland or San Francisco at Seattle games or Carolina at Jacksonville, which I did not realize was a 1:00 game.
There were so many people posting on the Red Zone channel subreddit that if if you watch Red Zone channel, you need to go enjoy life more. And I'm like, you're posting about how you don't do something on the subreddit for doing that thing. I don't think you understand
Yeah.
enjoying life at all.
Yeah. Hey, I just wanted to come in here and tell you that I think you're a dork and you need to get a life.
Like,
Cool, man. Thanks. Okay. And I don't know if you saw Scott Hansen posted last night about what he was like, hey, I want to be fully transparent because if the roles were reversed, I would want to know how many commercials there was going to be on Red Zone, which I want to say, if you know one thing about me, I will never cape for the corporations. I will never defend a single billionaire, except for LeBron James. But Chris Hansen said it's going to be a total of 60 seconds worth of commercials.
I am like, bro, they send it the IP to ESPN. It's going to get shitty. Just be aware of this. So when they're like, they now have commercials, I'm like, yep.
This year is not. I don't think this year is going to be bad. I think next year, once ESPN takes over, is going to be dreadful.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be. We're going to go from like full screen because he said it's going to be 4 15-second blocks in split screen, none during the witching hour. So basically, it's going to be probably going to be one at like 10-15. But next year, I imagine that it's going to look a lot like this, where there's going to be a lot of dual boxes with a game on the left and an ad on the right. And then there's going to be a ticker at the bottom with an ad. And, this is the witching hour sponsored by Pennzoil. And this is your, every touchdown of the week presented by Delta Airlines. It's going to be a lot of stuff like that. It's going to be that like Insidious presented by advertisement, which drives me crazy. But it's also going to be a lot more commercials once ESPN takes over. This is a proof of concept. I don't think this year is going to be that bad. But it's going to be a stress test to see how much we can take. So it is good that it is. Please continue to complain, but I don't think it's going to be as bad as people think. This year, next year, it's going to be a nightmare.
It's going to be one screen with ads, one screen with Pat McAfee, one screen. One screen with Dave Portnoy, and then like
yes, quad box. Quad box. You've got ad, Dave Portnoy, Pat McAfee, and one game up in the corner. quad box, baby.
Yep. And then also something with gambling. I'm not
Yeah,
sure what.
they're
I
gonna
haven't
they're gonna
quite figured
go
it
they're
out.
gonna go Octobox, and it's gonna be DraftKings live odds, FanDuel live odds, Pat McAfee, Dave Portnoy, an ad, one game, fantasy leaders for the day, and a QR code to sign up. Promo code Red Zone for one free $25 bet on DraftKings.
You know what? Speaking of stuff like that, I might write a note if I have time. I'm really tired of the NFL app trying to sell me on buying NFL Plus when I've already logged in with our NFL Plus account that we've had for 9 seasons.
Oh, dude, that drives me crazy. I love getting stuff like ads for stuff as I'm watching it. Like, so my favorite
Yeah.
one of the things that I do is, so I have two dogs, one very reactive, one not so reactive. The reactive dog, if there is a sound outside, barks. She barks. It just happens. And no matter the time of day, she has no regard for the fact that my wife goes to bed early. And so what I do if I'm listening to podcasts and like working on my computer or whatever is I will put on one of the Vivo music channels, because she also barks if there's dogs or horses or something on television. So it's something that I don't have to pay attention to. It's just noise. And there's so many ads on that for that. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
It drives
Hey,
me
I see you
crazy.
eating a burrito. Can I sell you a burrito?
Yeah, right?
What? Like I
Um
clicked on it. I just wanted, I opened the app and I thought, okay, Gordon Money Football pop on. But no, it says, "Are you ready to start your season? Click here." And I'm like, bro, my season started in April. Well, you're the one that's
yeah,
late to the
right?
party. So I clicked there. It's like, choose your plan. And I'm like, so I hit back and it just closes the app. And I'm like, great job, no notes. Everybody go home early.
One thing that drove me crazy was when I was in Canton. For some reason, the Roku on the Airbnb where I was staying when I was there for the Fantasy Football Expo would not log me into NFL. It drove me crazy. So I couldn't watch any. I could watch like not the preseason stuff I wanted to watch.
Oh yeah, it keeps noticing that I'm streaming and it says, "Would you like to download the NFL app on your TV?" And I'm like, "Yeah." App not available. I'm like, I want your product and you don't have any. I don't understand what you're
Right,
doing.
right. All right. Well, we're vamping. I think everybody's done. It's 9:57. Let's all get settled in for 7 hours of commercial filled football.
I just heard thunder, so pickleball's canceled too. So that's cool.
Hey, let's go.
I didn't want to do it, but it's good for my kids, so I had to.
Yeah. So,
Thanks to
all right.
everybody. Thank you, Jeff. Spectacular as
Mm-hmm.
always. Great luck, everybody. We'll be in our Discord, shit posting all day. So come in there and hang
That's
out with
right.
us. Jeff, final words.
Go Niners, go Trevor Lawrence, go David Njoku. That is where all my mental health is being